One of the most moving projects that you've overseen is an exhibition of children's art from Gaza. I encourage everyone to go to the website and look at this exhibit. Could you tell us about the genesis of this and also anything surprising or significant that you've learned from doing this?
Yeah, I mean, it came as a bit of a surprise. Back in November, I found an unread message. I was in my Instagram inbox. I don't check it very much, and it had been sent a while back. And it was from someone named Ibrahim Mohana, who is an 18-year-old artist from Gaza. And he wrote this line and in his really beautiful message to me, he says, "Oh, I like what you do, and please, all I want to share is my art before I die." And that was just so strong. I mean, wow, an 18-year-old is reaching out to say, I want the world to see my art because who knows, I might be next. I mean, this is, over a year of seeing so much death and destruction around. And so we began an exchange. At first, it was talking about his own art. It's a lot of portraiture. But then he started telling me about these art classes that he started actually after this phase of genocide, let's say, that Israel has started since October 7th, 15 months ago now. And he started giving art classes to children in his neighborhood in northern Gaza. And this is because when he wasn't a kid, he was a kid not long ago. I mean, he's still a kid. He's 18. He turned 18 during this period. He had learned art through another Palestinian, a Gazan artist named Mohammed Sami, who was actually murdered in the first days of Israeli attacks shortly after October 7th. And so he decided he wanted to take on that. And told me some things that were really powerful. He was saying that art can speak when words can't. And in a way, it's how a lot of the children, and we've seen countless images and photos and videos and everything about children being completely stunned into silence or forced into silence through their murder. And here he was sharing with me images. They were actually joyful images of children just being children, experimenting with just like materials they could find around them, drawing a kind of Palestine they would like to see. They're very cheerful images. And what shook me was that I had gotten so desensitized in this last, 15 months or so, and it's so normalized that I only see images of Palestinian children when they're dead, dying, or being traumatized somehow. I have forgotten what it means to see a Palestinian child smiling, creating, despite it all, as a kind of act of resistance by simply living. So what we did was we decided to put up an online exhibition on November 28th, which is the International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people, and we launched that on the Tricontinental website. And we were able to also organize several physical exhibitions in Brazil, in Argentina, in India, and Nepal, especially, in spaces, cultural spaces linked to social movements and organizations. And I think it was a very powerful act of solidarity with the children who are there, living, surviving, creating through the death and destruction.